What's going on? Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I go by Rose, but you can call me AKA Akosua.
From where? Ghana?
I'm from Ghana, moved here in 96.
96. Damn, from Ghana?
Yes.
I was very young. So, okay. With Ghana, so we always hear this differentiation with Ghana and Nigeria. And they say Nigeria is better than Ghana. What is your take on that?
Well,
Like,
if
first
you know,
differentiate Nigerians and Ghanaians first, on your own observation.
you said the difference between Ghanaians and Nigerians.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the difference is we like to support each other on certain things, but with Nigerians, it's always a competition. That's what I've noticed. Instead of working right next to each other to bring in something positive to Africa, it's always been why Ghana have this, why Ghanaians are like that. We want to have a better, why Ghanaian thinks they're all that. It's not a competition. We are to actually, like, we're neighbors, right? So we're supposed to work with each other. But it looks like it's in the competition. Just like when Ghana rebuilt their airport, right? You had a whole bunch of Nigerians trying to come to Ghana. When they came there, they didn't have no positive thing to say to Ghana. Why Africans are like that? I feel like you're supposed to be able to know that, okay, this country is improving. Okay, how can we do something better to improve ours? Do you see what I'm saying? There's never a positive moment. I guess it's a black thing, right? Is it a black thing?
So there's never a positive moment?
I mean, I feel like there should be a positive motivation towards one another. That's my belief. The respect. If one is not even improving, watch right next to you, your neighbor, or right next to the next person, and say, okay, I could do better because I saw my neighbor doing this. I think I can do better by doing this towards my country. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, when it comes to mostly, I think that is mostly African countries with their neighboring countries. The same thing be happening between Gambia and Senegal.
Why is that though? It just doesn't make sense. I feel like we're supposed to be motivating each other. And it's even worse when we meet each other too in this place called United States. You know what I mean? Like, we're supposed to work towards each other, to support each other, to make even the traveling a little bit much more easier. Because it's not easy being here to begin with.
Okay, and okay, with that being said, you're right. It's supposed to be, but sometimes don't you feel like countries feel like it is more of like, oh, my country is better. Everybody feel like theirs is better.
No, I think we examine it by how we were all brought up, but you also have to assess the country by trying to figure out where's the country going at that moment before you even said that, oh, my country is better. Because if you notice, even if Ghanaians, we have our failures too. We have certain things, and we always believe that we can also improve certain things that we're not good at. We're not saying we're number one on that list, but if you go around asking certain places too, they will tell you how Ghana is like versus Nigerian. And then how many times you ever go to the other African countries making an examination of, like, assessing to tell what they feel about Nigerians.
Definitely. Okay.
So there's always room for them to improve. I'm not saying there's no good people in Nigeria, but I'm just saying there's always a room to improve, to remove certain negativity that was said about Nigeria years ago. They can change that.
So do you think it is more about the stereotype of Nigerians?
I think so.
That's it. Yeah.
I truly believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so Nigerians are known for like scamming, 419. And I think with that being said, many Africans tend to be scared of Nigerians when it comes to that sake. Do you think that is still the problem?
Not really. I feel like now, in the year of 2025 or even probably 2024, if you known any Nigerian person to be able to be close enough to to assess them, to be able to be friends with them, to kind of know who they are, you will come to know real quick. Eventually, if they are the type that does the same kind of thing, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that there's not Ghanaians who are also out there doing the same thing. But at some point, how they came to knowing how to do that was being friends once upon a time with so and so, and was taught how to go about doing those type of jobs.
Definitely. And what is your takes on this? The Igbo king that want to build in Ghana and bring
Well, that being said, that question that you just said, I'm wondering, they have all the different countries in Africa. Why they choosing Ghana?
Okay, now with Ghana is known to be like the capital of Africa. I know it's South Africa, but when it comes to
Accra
Pan
is.
Africanism, that is Ghana. They show more of Africa and embrace Africa. So even okay, Ghana still Americans. You can come home and we will give you citizenship.
Yeah.
But then a Nigerian want to build over there. What is the difference between the American and the Nigerian?
Well, the difference between American and Nigerian, well, the Nigerians are the solid African people, and then there's the Black Americans who came here. They don't really know their own culture, know the morals about how to do certain things, how Africans will respect, you know. So at this point, they have to learn it all over by having the experience of going back to Africa. Now, Nigerians, you've been known the ways of Africa for centuries, okay? Yet you don't want to make a progress, but you want to sit back and bring negative and create negative stuff and then come up with something and say that's the best way to making money or that's the best way to starting a business. Yet that's not. Would you rather make Africa a bigger place working, teaming up to doing something better? Or are you rather just going to just create bad things to bring in Africa down?
Okay, let me ask you a question, right? When it comes to Ghana, what is Ghanaian people known for?
They're very calm, very respectful to others, and they are hard workers. They are hard workers, and then when I say hard workers, when we go to any other place, we never kind of think that we're all that or anything like that. We humble ourselves to kind of learn what we need to do to be able to better ourselves. Because especially me personally, what I was taught as a Ghanaian young girl when I came here, my morals, what I was taught from my grandmother is what held me down.
What are those?
Those were being respectful. When you taught to do something, don't say you know it all. Try and apply it to your lifestyle and then try to do certain things to maybe a little bit more better to compare to what you learned from the other person. It only makes you better. It don't make you less of a person. You see what I'm saying? Instead of saying, I already know this. I don't need you to teach me all of this stuff. I already learned it from so and so place. You hold on to that, and then you end up having to learn it again from that new person, and then apply it to yours. You might have two techniques of skill. You see what I'm saying? Your way and the other person's way. Does that make you less of a person? It doesn't.
Definitely. Definitely. But now going back to what the other one. So your argument is Nigerians know the way of Africa for centuries, but the Black American does not know their culture of movement. So how is that gonna be explained to them in Ghana? But I seen another video where Black Americans were complaining that they are not being treated equal because even when it
I,
comes to pricing of stuff there and
I,
land.
I've been treated like that. I'm aware of that. And that's the culture of, you know, I will call it the way of jealousy of a typical African person who's been there and then looking at the other person. Even if you see another person doing better than you, you might feel the tension and the jealousy. They're like, here they go again. They think that they all that and they're better than, but they're no better than us. It's not that we're trying to like them Black Americans, they've been here, gone through a lot of difficult challenges of being judged. Through even the slavery situation, you don't know mentally what they went through. But I have experienced some even as an African person before I came here. Some certain things I learned here in the United States I didn't even learn in Ghana. Tell me why is that? I went to school part of the time in Ghana before I came here. There's certain things I didn't learn in Ghana before coming here, and I had to learn that here. So being judged is everywhere, but it just what do you learn out of that being judged in that process is something you need to ask yourself. You see what I'm saying? It can't always come in negative. You have to put yourself in that person's shoes. So we Africans, if you notice, we know our abilities, our power, and what our goals were when we came to America, right? So if they look at us, the Black Americans look at us and they feel envy or they feel certain type of, would you get mad at them for that? I mean,
Okay, I've been into an argument before, right, with an African American, and I told him, at least I know my culture. I was talking about my culture, and they got up and said, yes, I don't know where I'm coming from. I don't know my culture. Maybe that's why I'm mad. And I didn't know how to respond to that.
Yeah, because you have to put yourself in their shoes. If you were transported to a place where half of the time they even consider that you need to go back where you came from, yet you don't know where you came from. You have to assess yourself. You have to do certain DNA tests to figure out which part of tribe or what country did you come from. It's almost like starting from scratch, right?
Yes.
So basically, it is it's something you have to just do if it was your own desire to want to know who you are.
I know our 15-minute segment is coming up. We have 2 minutes. But let's get this question there. Okay, the African American and the African does not like each other very well. The reason, I remember going to school and being called African Buddhist. It just got cool to be African now. So why do you think those two does not get together well?
It is, like I said, the jealousy situation, the circumstances of them thinking we don't understand them or know where they have been. But then also they don't know us either and where we came from and what we've been through too. So unless either or us wanting to learn about them or them wanting to learn about us, the whole judging thing is going to continue going back and forth until they get the experience.
What do you think our African, like the older ones, how do you think they view the African Americans?
They see them as somehow they can be trusted. Based by their action, but their aggressiveness, there's a reason behind it. You got to get to know them also. If you live in this country, being judged by things that was in your past, you have no control, and then you still having to deal day in day out with the white people continue to consider you as one of the African people. How would you deal with that situation? It's a bigger crossway to deal with.
Definitely, it is definitely. Definitely, those are topics that these are very important topics. I know we got to a 15 minutes. That was Akuso. Go ahead and close this off for them.
Well, I am glad I'm able to have this interview with you guys. Like I said, my name is Rose, and I call myself AKA Akusua. Being here since '96, and hopefully we catch up some other time.
Yeah, we've been doing it way more often, man.
All
Way
right.
more often. See ya later.
All right.